Hello, I'm Katy Flower. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you haven't been here before. If you have been here before, then welcome back. If you have been here before, you'll know it's been a while since I've popped a class on here, but I am planning to get more consistent with it. So today I have a 30-minute dynamic intermediate yoga practice for you. I encourage you to modify wherever you need to. There will be challenges in here that I encourage you to take if it feels good, but make sure you're listening to your body. If you like to use blocks throughout the practice, please grab yourself a couple. And if you enjoy this flow, please don't forget to hit subscribe. It will give you a reminder every time there is a new practice, and it's a really nice way of supporting me for free. If you enjoy practicing with me and you want more, I do also have an online membership. I'll pop the details below, but you can pop over to katyfloweryoga.co.uk for all of the details. And there's also a free code on there that you can get a week for free. But for now, come and join me. We are beginning today's practice in child's pose, bringing your knees about as wide as your mat towards the back, and then walking the hands all the way out and allowing the chest to melt down towards the ground. You could always use a block here under your head, and just closing the eyes. Just beginning to arrive in your practice today. Just trying to let go of any of those busy thoughts, maybe to-do lists, things that still need to happen today, and just allow yourself this time just for you. Just beginning to take the breath in and out through the nose. Nice and light and soft breaths. Just feeling the rib cage expand with each inhale. And just feeling it soften back as the chest melts towards the ground on the exhale. And with your next inhale, creep the fingertips forwards on your mat, just trying to create this extra bit of length. As you exhale, walk the hands over to the right, so they might go off the mat. Option to stack the left hand on top of the right. Pushing that left hip back towards the left heel. Feeling this nice opening down the left side of the body. Inhale as you walk the hands back through center. Exhale as you walk them over to the left, and same thing here, maybe stacking right hand on top of left. Good, walk the hands back through center. From here, start to bring the torso forwards, making your way into a tabletop position. So bringing the knees underneath the hips. Pressing down into the hands, fingertips are spread, and gently gripping the mat. Start to take some circles around with the shoulders. So just beginning to shift that weight over the fingers if you can. Gripping down through those finger pads. Let's take the circles back the other way, just starting to warm up the wrists. Good. And from here, find stillness. We're going to do some little hand push-ups. So I want you to keep the fingers down and the knuckles down, and then you're going to try and lift the heel of the hands. Now you can do both hands at the same time, or if that feels a bit much right now, you just do one at a time. So we're lifting and lowering, but trying to keep those knuckles and the base of the fingers down, lifting and lowering, starting to feel the forearms warming. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, cat-cow. So as you inhale, let the belly drop towards the ground as you lift your chest, lift your sit bones. Exhale, press the ground away, round through the whole spine. So let the head drop. Inhale, arch the spine, come back to your cow. Imagine you're pulling the heel of the hands back. Exhale as you round the spine, find your cat. Good, one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good, bring yourself back to a neutral position, tuck the toes. Push back, find your first downward facing dog of the practice. So taking a little bit of time here, maybe some pedals through the feet if that feels good. A little wiggle out of the hips. Really pushing the ground away through those hands. So we're not just collapsing into the shoulders. Think about trying to spread the shoulder blades away from each other. Good, finding stillness. As you inhale, wave the body forwards to find a high plank. So we'll hold here. You've got the option to place the knees down. We're gripping through the finger pads. Really pressing that ground away. So imagine you've got a heavy rucksack on and you're having to hold it up. So spreading those shoulder blades again. Squeeze the bottom. One more breath here. Everybody lower the knees if you haven't already. Untuck the toes. Bend the elbows as you lower down to the ground. From here, cobra. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders away from the ears as you lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Again, taking any movement that feels good. With your next inhale, right leg reaches to the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Help it there if you need. Lower the back knee down and tuck the toes. Rise to your low crescent. So making sure you've got a little bit of resistance against the ground. You're not just collapsing into this. Cactus, open the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, hands plant back down. Tuck the back toes straight back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step that foot forwards, lower the back knee. As you inhale, rise into your low crescent lunge, pressing both feet and shin down into the ground. Cactus open if that feels good. Hands frame the foot, tuck the back toes, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-leg down dog. This time, bend the knee, pull the heel in towards the bottom, open the hip for your split dog. And while you're there, take some circles with that right foot. Good. With your next inhale, re-straighten the leg. Exhale, round the spine forward. Really press the ground away. Step the right foot forwards. Tilted crescent, reaching the arms by your ears. So your torso is at about 45 degrees. Hold there. Pull those front ribs in. Now keeping the lower body where it is, sweep the arms back so they're reaching by your waist. Fingertips are reaching towards that back heel. Begin to shift the weight forward onto your right foot and see if you can hover your left leg, warrior three. And if you're on grass like me, this might be super wobbly. Good. Hold it there. Now the right hand reaches down either to a block or to the ground, or it can be hovering off the ground. We're opening that hip into our half moon. Left arm reaches towards the sky. Either staying here or option to take Chapasana, Ardha Chandrasana, where we bend that top leg. See if you can catch hold of the foot. Good, one more breath. If you have that foot, release it. Now from here, start to close off the hips. The left hand is going to make its way to the mat as the left leg goes behind the right and off your mat. Now from here, we've got a tricky transition coming up, so have a go. Shift the weight onto that left hand and see if you can step the right foot all the way over the left leg, making your way into your fallen triangle pose. Good. From here, right hand comes down to the mat. Left knee pulls into the chest. So hug it in as close as you can get it. And from here, pivot onto the outside edge of the right foot, taking the left foot down behind you, wild thing. Lift the hips. Good. Take the gaze back down to the ground and see if you can hover your left foot, making your way into this side plank variation. And then slowly, as you can, left foot steps back forwards. Good. From there, left hand comes on the inside of the left foot or to a block, opening to your side angle. If you want to take your bind here, feel free. The right hand could come behind the back. Left hand goes underneath the leg. It's just an option, drawing the right shoulder back. If you're there, release your bind. And then we're transitioning to the back of the mat. Turn to face the back. Left hand comes down. Right arm opens up. Easy twist. Right hand comes down to frame the foot. Shift the weight onto the right foot, standing split. So really squeeze the left bum cheek to help lift that leg. Option to take the right hand behind the right ankle just to get a deeper fold in your standing split if that feels good. From there, bring the right hand back down to the ground. Left knee comes down behind the right ankle and you're turning to the right, so you'll be in a seated twist. You're facing the long edge of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. From there, turn to the left. Fingertips come down to the mat. Lift the hips and then pivot on the feet. And just continue to pivot until you're facing the front of your mat again. The left leg sweeps into the sky, three-leg down dog. Now maybe you keep that leg lifted as you shift the weight forwards, finding your one-leg plank. Option to keep the leg lifted as you work through your vinyasa. Placing it down for your back bend of choice, cobra or up dog. Downward facing is where we meet. Good. Now let's all bring it down to a child's pose. So taking the knees back wide, bottom towards the heels, chest melting down. Just coming back to the breath. If your forehead is on the ground or on a block, maybe just roll it side to side, rolling away any tension. If you want a slightly deeper opening for the shoulders, option to come up onto finger pads, tenting the hands. Good. From there, coming into your downward facing dog, we'll do it all again on the other side. Okay, left leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee and open the hip, find your split dog. So pull the heel into the bottom, really pushing through the hands. Inhale, re-straighten the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forwards. Tilted crescent. So arms are reaching forwards to begin with. The torso is leaning at about 45 degrees. And push into the back heel. So that back leg is really active as well. Lower body stays as it is. Sweep the arms all the way back. Reach fingertips towards the back heel. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Now from there, begin to shift the weight forwards onto that left foot, finding your warrior 3. Good. And if you fall out of it, remember, just come back in. It's just a balance. Have fun with it. Left hand comes down to a block or to the ground. Right arm could reach towards the sky. Half moon. So keeping the gaze at the floor is going to help you a little bit with this balance. If you want more challenge, take your gaze out to the right. Option to bend that top leg. Maybe you can catch hold of the foot. And breathe. So we've got that funky transition coming up into our fallen star pose. So if you have the foot, release it. The right hand comes down next to the left foot, and the right foot is going to shoot off the left side of your mat. Shift the weight onto your right hand and the outside of that right foot, and see if you can step the left foot over so you're in your fallen triangle or fallen star. Left hand comes down to the mat. Pull the right knee into the chest. So really push the ground away, round that upper spine. Flipping now to the outside edge of the left foot. Wild thing. Squeeze the bottom, really push into the ground. Find that nice back bend. From there, start to shift the weight onto the left hand and see if you can lift the right foot for this variation of side plank. Transitioning as slowly as you can, step the right foot forwards. Challenge yourself, how slow can you go? Wow. Okay, side angle. So the left arm can reach by the left ear. Create that nice long line from left fingertips all the way down to that left outer foot. Find your bind if you want to take it. One more breath. From there, transitioning to the back of the mat, so push off the right foot, cartwheel the hands, right hand comes down, left arm opens, easy twist. Bring the left hand down to the mat, shift the weight onto the left foot, right leg goes into the sky, standing split. And again here, you've got that same option to hook the left hand behind the left heel. Really squeeze the bottom on that right leg to help lift that leg. One more breath. Good, release the ankle if you have it. The right shin is coming down behind the left heel and you're turning to your left this time. So you'll be facing the long edge of the mat. Twist from the torso for your seated twist. So think about this twist coming from the rib area, so the thoracic area of the spine, rather than the hips. You can always be hugging that knee with the hand instead of hooking the arm, if that feels nicer. One more breath. From there, release the twist. Now turn to your right, lift the bottom and just pivot on the feet. So keep pivoting, pivoting, pivoting. Hands come down, right leg sweeps all the way to the sky. 3-leg down dog. Maybe you keep that leg lifted as you shift the shoulders over wrists. 3-leg plank. And keeping it lifted maybe as you lower through your vinyasa. Meeting in your downward facing dog. Now from here, bringing the forearms down to the mat. Dolphin pose. So hips are nice and high. The forearms are pressing into the ground, opening into the shoulders. Maybe you can walk the feet a little closer if that feels good. Keep pushing that floor away. One more breath. Okay, walk the feet back. If you walk them in, lower the knees down to the ground. Untuck the toes, lift the torso. Good. Okay. Now from here, let's take some camel pose. So I'm going to give you some options. We're going to start by tucking the toes under. Now if you have blocks, you might prefer to use them. If they're a bit higher than your ankles, that's going to give you a little bit more help. Or you're going to try bringing the hands onto your heels. So from here, start to draw the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest. So you're already finding this nice heart opener back bend. This might be where you stay. If you want to have a go at your camel pose, start to squeeze the bottom, lift the hips and push them forwards. So your hands are on your heels, maybe on those blocks instead. Keep squeezing the bottom. Good. And then from here, we're coming back and trying to come back the way we came in. So start to lower the bottom back towards the heels. Good, release. Just untuck the toes and find a neutral position for a moment. And then let's find that dolphin again. So walk the forearms back down to the mat. Tuck the toes and begin to lift the hips. Good, now this time, option, maybe walking those feet closer if that felt good. Your extra option is to lift your right leg, 3-leg dog. If you want to have a go at some little hops toward your pincher pose, if you've got your pincher, you're welcome to take it. Maybe you just hold in your dolphin. If you're in pincher, come on down. Left leg this time lifts. Keep pushing the ground away with the forearms. And again, if you want to take those hops, go for it. Keep squeezing the bottom on that left side. Good, come on down. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes this time and just sit onto the heels. Hands down onto your thighs. Close the eyes. Just allow that heart rate to come back down. Okay, flutter the eyes open. We're going to do camel pose one more time. So Ustrasana, you can go for the variation we did before, so maybe having toes tucked. If that felt good and you want to get a slightly deeper back bend, you could have the tops of your feet down instead. So hands come onto the heels, and then we're going to start by drawing the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and just finding that opening of the chest, opening across the shoulders. Maybe that's where you stay. Or start to squeeze the bottom as you push the hips forwards into your Ustrasana. Now you can drop your head back if it feels okay for your neck. Feel free. If it doesn't feel okay, don't do it. Stay with me. Keep squeezing the bottom. Now either coming out of it the way we came in, or option this time, to lift the hands away. So squeeze the bottom, keep squeezing and see if you can lift the hands away from the heels to come all the way up to your kneeling position. Then lower the bottom down to the heels. Take a moment here in your neutral spine. Good, one more breath. And then walk the hands forwards. Knees can stay down, you're just lowering yourself all the way onto your mat. Bringing the right forearm down in front of you, bend the left leg and see if you can catch hold of that left foot with the left hand. Now if you can't, don't worry about it. You could use a strap, or you could just be reaching the hand towards the foot and trying to pull the foot towards the hand. If you've got that foot in any way, you're going to draw that foot closer to the bottom, but at the same time I want you to think about pushing your left hip into the floor. So you're kicking into the hand at the same time as well, and that's going to get us a nice active stretch for the quads, so the front of those thighs. So keep kicking into the hand for 3, for 2, and then just relax, drawing that foot. Maybe you get the foot a little closer to the bottom. Good, and release. Switching sides, so this time left forearm comes down, bend that right leg in, maybe you can catch hold of the foot, and let's find that active stretch. So pulling the foot into the bottom, at the same time you're pressing that right hip down and you're kicking the foot into the hand. So everything's going on. It won't look like it, but you'll be able to feel it. Keep kicking for 3, for 2, and 1, and then relax and just draw that foot in. Good. Release. From there, bringing the hands by the ribs and just push yourself all the way back, rolling all the way over onto your bottom and lowering yourself onto the ground. Hugging the knees into the chest, taking a little rock side to side. Place the left foot down. Right ankle crosses the left thigh, and you can use that right hand to push the right thigh bone away. Nice figure 4 stretch, getting into those outer hips and the glutes. This might be where you stay, feel free. If you want a slightly deeper stretch, hug the left knee in. And I like to multitask in this pose. So if you also want a hamstring stretch for the left side, straighten that left leg away, and you've got the option to take the left peace fingers around the left big toe. Good. Release if you have that foot and bring it all the way back down. Switching sides, so the right foot is on the ground, the left ankle crosses. Again, option to stay here. You might do a different variation this side. If you've got any niggles, please stay with this, or hug that right knee in. And again, the same option with that right hamstring, that multitasking stretch. I like to get the most out of a stretch. Good. So if you've got hold of that foot, make sure you're pushing the heel to the sky, allowing the toes to drop down towards the face to really get into the calves as well. Good, and then release. Just uncross the legs, hook the knees back into the chest, and just allow the knees to drop over to the left. You can take the arms out to the sides. You could take the arms overhead if that feels nice for the shoulders. Good, one at a time, just roll the knees back to center, bring them together and let them drop over to the right. So So you're letting the hips go with them. And hopefully that breath has slowed right down now. One at a time, just let the knees roll back to center. Give yourself one last big hug. And then let's just take a short Savasana, taking the legs out maybe to the floor, feet to the corners of your mat, arms down by your side. If you need to modify your Savasana in any way, please do. So wiggle the shoulders away from the ears, chin drops towards the chest just to lengthen the back of the neck. Eyes are soft or closed. And guys, if you have longer to spend in your Shavasana, I encourage you to do so. So feel free to stay exactly where you are. If you're ready to move on with your day, start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Take some rocks of the head, side to side. And when you're ready, hug the knees in. Keeping the eyes closed down, making your way to seated so you can roll to one side or just rolling yourself up your spine. Come to a seated position on your mats. Bring one hand on top of the other at your heart center. And we'll take a breath together to seal the practice. Take a breath in through the nose and sigh it out the mouth. Bring the hands together in front of your heart. Bow your heads. Just say a little thank you to yourself. Be proud of everything you just did. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I shall see you on our next class together.